There's no such thing as a boring testimony. I wanted to get on here and just talk about this because it's been on my mind recently, especially with the last video that I uploaded, and it did a lot better than I thought. Hopefully I'll try and make some more videos more consistently. But anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about how in today's culture, it's super emphasized that you have this insane testimony story. And I'm not saying that if you have a testimony story like that is awesome to show what God has done for you, but we shouldn't be feeling left out or not like you're Christian just because you don't have some insane testimony story. And I want to share a little personal anecdote from my life that can hopefully help show this a little better. Okay, so if you watched my last video, and if you haven't, you probably should. I'll put it up here. You'll know that it was around freshman year that I really started to get very serious in my relationship with God. And when I used to tell my little story, I would say that before freshman year I was completely away from God. I wasn't thinking about him at all. I wasn't doing anything in relation to him. But then one thing absolutely changed my perspective on this. And so it was one of the last days of school, and our teacher was handing back our writing folder that had writings all the way from 8th grade to senior year. And one of my letters, it was a creative writing prompt in 8th grade, and it said, "What do you think makes a life successful?" And mind you, this was in 8th grade. And my entire letter that I had written was about how chasing the pleasures and desires of this world will not make you successful, but only living a life with God could be successful. So to senior year me, who had been telling everyone and convincing myself that I was in no way Christian at all before 9th grade, this was a little bit of a shock, and it kind of made me rethink my testimony that I'd been telling people. And it really just reframed this whole story in my perspective and made me realize that freshman year wasn't necessarily me going from nothing to Christianity. It was me taking my parents' faith that they have faithfully passed down to me and making it my own, which if you grow up in a Christian household, there will be a time where you're going to have to make your faith your own. And it just so happened that that was for me. And I just want to end this little thing by saying that we need to stop thinking that we have a boring testimony, and we need to stop overcompensating for it by changing little details of the story to make it look more radical. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the testimony of, I have been growing up in the church my whole life, I have been Christian my whole life, because how much of a blessing that is to be able to say that I haven't even tried the things of the world, and I don't want to, because I've been like this my whole life. And yeah, I think that can be really powerful, just as powerful as insane stories from nothing to Jesus. Yeah, on the whole, I just want to say that everyone's path to Christianity, everyone's path to Jesus looks just a little bit different. And I don't want anyone to be ashamed of how they came to Christianity, whether they were super atheist before or whether they've been in the church, grown up in the church their whole life. That's just something important that's been on my mind recently. Hopefully I have a sort of challenge video coming out maybe soon, but let me guys know if you want any more just talks like this or whatever you guys would like to see on this channel. So yeah.